Hello, James here. I haven't made a video in a good couple weeks. um, still recovering from this sinus infection. Um, and I just thought maybe I sit back and been watching a lot of videos and trying to make less commentary. And I couldn't even hardly talk because in past times I have one of them coughing spells, and it's just crazy. But I just want to today, this Friday, July 22nd is my special day, is my birthday, and I want to thank the Most High God for being here for another year. Because some people, they don't get a chance to see their next birthday, especially the way things are. And I was thinking how blessed I am to be in the land of living, because when everything's going on, people are getting sick, people around about my age and younger are leaving this world. And so I just thought I'd give some time out to give a special thanks. If anything, be thankful which you're in the land of the living, because some people don't live a certain age. When I look back on this journey on my life, I've been many places, few family, few friends. And I'm just thankful on my spiritual journey in the Lord. I thank God. I thank the Most High God for being in the land of the living. That's a blessing in itself. And just to be at the age of, going on 54 years is a blessing, because there's some people don't even make it to see my age, and I'm in good health despite I've had few incidents. It's just colds and things like that, but nothing really major. I'm happy that my mom's still in the land of the living, sister, friends, and just thankful. I mean, most people should take time out to really thank the Most High God for them to be here when you have a special day like this. Just at least give something to the audience. I'm just a little small peanut. Been on YouTube for about 4 to 5 years, and haven't really get a chance to really make edited content videos. I just sometimes there's something going on. Either you're not feeling up to par, or you just can't really think of what to put together. And I've been wanting to put some videos together. It's just like, man, when it's like every time if I'm going to talk a certain amount of time, it's just the coughing, and I'm like, dang, I can't get through the whole video without watching. So I just been sitting back and watching other people make their content and everything. Yeah, but I'm just blessed to be here. I really am. On another year, I'm about to probably later on go out and treat myself to a movie and to a dinner. And last year this time I went on a little road trip, a couple miles from me. Went to the next state over, was like Kentucky. But this year you couldn't hardly do that this year because the gas prices. And so I was like, well, let me do something locally. Something that fits in. You have to spend too much in your budget. But that's what it comes down to. It's just that I'm just really thankful this morning. It's a nice day. It's a Friday. I can ask the Most High to make it a more pleasant day. It's going to be humid, but hey, At least it's not raining. I'm not it's supposed to rain tomorrow uh, and Sunday. So hey, if I got my birthday off and just that's a blessing itself. That's who you wouldn't it be sucks when you have rain on your birthday or something crazy happen on your birthday and I couldn't that would really suck. I really would. Um, yeah, but I'm just very thankful. Uh, you know, have a place with a roof over my head. You know, food in my refrigerator. Just to enjoy the basic things, because even some things that people, I pray that other people have, like shelter, food. You know, um, I can afford to pay rent where I stay at, and able to afford to pay rent when they take care of the utilities and things like that. So I'm very blessed because it's a down economy. You got people who are trying to struggle to pay bills, trying to struggle to pay electric, and so I don't pay gas and electric here. So I'm blessed on that. I'm blessed to have a roof over my head. I got a clean apartment. It's roach free. Ain't no pests, no nothing. And just I'm thankful that I thank God I got a little run around car just to get me from point A to point B, because sometimes some people need to be real, enjoy the luxuries that you have. I mean, the necessities that you have, much necessities like having a cell phone, having transportation, and having every once in a while even though I don't have local, my natural family lives in another city, but I'm thankful for God-given people that God has given me to, if I need to talk to, go hang out with. You don't take things for granted. When you get older, you count your blessings, and that's what I'm doing each year. Try to count my blessings, because you see so many people going through things. Thank God I haven't caught the COVID, even though I got some kind of viral infection. But thank God it's not COVID. Or any of the other viruses. I want to thank God, man, because there's some things that He's covered me. Like some people out here covering you, because you see people pow. They getting sick, they getting ill, and they going down, and they're going through these changes in their bodies and things. I want to thank God about that. That He has spared me from that. And even when it was in the height of last year, traveling different places, I think God covered me from not going places and getting it. And I'm a kind of person, I kind of watch where I go, and if I'm around people, I'm always wearing the mask and everything, because you don't know who got it and what's going on and things like that. So you don't know, and it's scary. It really is. As far as my spiritual journey, what can I tell you? Whatever I have learned, I learned a lot from God has placed people in my life, and even certain people I've seen on YouTube have blessed me. Ministry, I wish I could turn around and be a blessing, and great finances bless them to help me grow where I'm at, and understand the things that most people don't do. Whether it's big or small with small platforms. I'm really blessed, man. And I just want to give a shout out to the Most High God, man. Excuse me, in His kingdom. When you get older, I think that's what most people should do. Give glory to the one that put you in your mother's womb, and give thanks, because that's one thing. Because you didn't bring yourself here; He brought He made your transition through your mother's womb, be in the land at the stage of life where you're at right now. So I'll give him the glory on that. In my journey, trying to learn more about him, trying to have an incident with Satan. I mean, he snatched me out of the devil's hand many times. Many times. God has literally snatched me out of the devil's hand. I'm talking about in my past, messing with things that was very dangerous, like Ouija boards and tarot card readers. Come across spiritual things. I mean, supernatural things that most people don't understand, or they haven't been down that road. And just literally, I mean, to the point of bringing me back from depression, suicide. It was close to being certain thoughts that's trying to in your life and stuff like that. I thank God that He has so much mercy. Heal me from rejection. Just really doing a number. Just saving my life from people that's about to take my life. The enemies, like I said, it's almost like my life is like a story. There's so much I wish I could put up in a book form. It can put it on paper, and it's just a matter of putting it into a book form on some of the things I've encountered. Being walking on that wild side of life and getting a taste of it, and just in land. Could have been robbed, could have been shot, could have been. He had his hand on me when I'm out there traveling on the road, going to little towns, and been areas that no black man should have gone before. And those of you get the joke on that one, but I'm thankful, man. It was God that covered me, because I'm just like I'm one of these people that was just curious minds want to know about. I just go on a road trip, go to a little town, big city, big town, and not know the territory. And I've always done that in past times. And my family used to worry the shit out of me. Is he gonna come back? Are we gonna hear about him or what? So I made it back alive, and by God's grace. I mean, I'm kind of, as I got older, I'll be wiser where I go, and even if I'm traveling, sometimes I would travel with different, friends, individuals in the past, but sometimes some of the places I end up going by myself, because either some people, they don't want to go or they don't have the time to go. So when you get to a certain age, you just pick up and go and just enjoy it. Right now, I'm just sitting back and just living a life, and just enjoying trying to take care of my health, and work when I can work. And try to, occupy your time. That's the big thing, is keep your mind occupied. Going to the park, to get some fresh air. Sometimes just to get away from the computer things, not to get so distracted with things, and try to watch. And I'm trying to be more disciplined on what I entertain, because what you entertain online, just as well as on TV, takes in something in takes a part of your spirit too. So you have to govern what you listen to, and I'm saying for myself too. Some things I kind of steer off and just go get a breath of fresh air, and just enjoy life. Excuse me. Yeah, just enjoy life, and don't get caught up with what's going on in today's world, because we are in the end times. We are in the times that God's about to wrap this thing up. I mean, you could tell. I mean, it's so much stuff is going on with everything from politics to our atmosphere, unexplained things. I mean, things that you couldn't imagine 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You see it now. Um, I'm just thankful that we're witnessing this, and those who are still in the land and living still are walking on, waking up and walking on this side of the earth, this side of time. But I'm not gonna go get this many views on this video, but I just want to be thankful and make a video, and I want to thank God for having His hand over my life, Most High God, and I give Him the glory. You know, give Him, even on my Facebook, I give Him the glory. But by the way, if you choose to see me on Facebook, it's Jimmy Thomas. There's a picture of me with the thing on. If those of you want to check out my Facebook account, and it's tied in with Instagram. I don't really be on Twitter that much. I'm hearing some good things and some bad things about Twitter, but I go to Facebook sometimes because my family and a few friends of mine used to be on Facebook. But most of the time I'm on YouTube. I practically live on YouTube, just watching videos and giving good commentary about different topics, about travel, about relationships and things like that, and learning from other people. And I think that's one of the things in being certain sectors of YouTube. Like pretty much majority of times it's the black sector I listen to other people, but it's kind of more like a connection with black people, other black people who have a goal and drives, and from the smartest to the brightest on YouTube. And you got some smart and bright people out there on YouTube. Very wow. That even though you never get a chance to meet these people, you get a chance to see them on video. And I listen to other people too, different other ethnic groups of people, but mainly I'm tired of that because I guess maybe it's a cultural thing. You know, you gravitate to the people who is like your own, but not only your own people, your own culture, your own language, your own style, your own people who you can connect with. And then again, I don't listen to anybody out of the culture either, because you got some fools. So try to listen to people that have something to enlighten you, or something that share their experiences with. And that's one thing I like. One thing I learned from being on YouTube, no matter if it was a brother that's in Hebraic religion, or a person is a Christian, so even it could be someone who's a Muslim, whoever, but they have something in life that there's trails, and learning from their journey and listening to what they've been through. And sometimes I'm not one of these people that always got to be in the spotlight, you know. I mean, I'm not, and sometimes it's probably not good for being in a major spotlight, because people, the more stuff, the more criticism, and you have to be strong, you have to be thick-skinned, because there's some people that's just some nutty, crazy people that try to mock you and try to disprove your character. Then you got some people that be trying to wish death on you, curse on you, and you got, like I said, you got to have the cover for that, because there's some people that do that, and so that's what I've learned. But it's been most likely with me, it's been my spiritual journey. Since I've been here in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, it's been more like a spiritual journey from 2007 to now. And there's so many things, my encounters are going on the streets, and watching one person kind of like a mentor to me. This woman who kind of goes out named Pauline, and how she would go on the streets and minister to people. the homeless people, going to the nursing homes, to hospitals, and being at someone's deathbed and watching some people have favor, that made up that spiritual side of me. And it did a lot when you see it, when you go out there and see things on the streets. And I don't take a camera and do that. I ain't got to be seen to be shown, but you appreciate what you have when you go to the hospital, you go to the nursing home, and you see people at the critical stage of their life, and who they was at one time. They wasn't like that, but this has come to the end of their life because unfortunate circumstances had them right there. And I've learned to be thankful, and I've seen the hand of the Most High God move over different people's life through Yeshua Mashiach. I've seen the healing. I've seen deliverance. I've been delivered from some things myself. Healing. Some remarkable things I've seen in church. I have seen the battleground in the church. I have seen Satan raise his head up and God's kingdom clash into churches. Right into a church. Trying to witness things like that. I have witnessed things, people indulging into pornography and the spirit being possessed by a spirit, and people going along with someone that had to pray over, go into their house and pray over their house. Being in a place where someone had enemies and they had a spirit that was walking through the house, and we were sitting there praying, and next thing you know, as we have a prayer session, and feeling something choke, like something's choking you because of what they entertained. Because they feel like the reason why we went over their house is because they were being tormented, and so they just having strength of a believer in going there and going to a battle and pray, and going to the devil, literally going into the devil's den, and face down. Everybody think that. See, some people are at a different walk in life or phase, and those who have experienced these things understand. There's some people that that the church don't really teach on things because they're scared about the supernatural kingdom, but the Bible talks about the supernatural, and it's alive and it's well. And the same spirits that you see in the Bible is the same spirits that we encounter to this day. Don't let people tell you, well, it's just a metaphor or that's just something. No, that book is alive. That came by way of the Torah, and it's alive. It's the Bible is alive. It is very alive. I have experienced some things. I have been up under some spirits and had get deliverance from it. Dabble in some things that open up a certain, what they call that, that sense where you can't see with your natural eye, but you can see through that sense into that realm. And it's like, I don't know what it's called, but when you tap into something, it opens up a whole different dimension, and it's real. It's really real. Some people, I've heard some things online that what they've encountered, and I knew that they were having out of body experiences and things like that. I've seen some, man. There's some things I can't begin to explain, and sometimes you can't tell anybody because most people think that you're nuts. Some people think that you're off the wall. So you have to have a relationship with people who have a connection to the Lord to understand what you talk about. Because most people, even some people who's in the church, don't even understand because they haven't hit the heights and they haven't hit that level. Because once when you go to church and you so whatever you indulge in, like anything else, it manifests. And when you pray, you fast, things manifest. It really does. And the reason why some people have experienced those signs and those miracles and those wonders, having that supernatural experience, because it just goes to show you where their relationship at with Christ. Because when you have a deeper relationship with Christ, man, the devil comes, and I'm not giving him no glory, but he's on your butt. And he'll attack you, he'll attack your family, he'll attack anything around you, because your relationship with the Most High God. That's when you know when someone's from the Lord, because all the hell rages against somebody. You get religious spirits, you get all kind of different demonic spirits and everything, principalities trying to come at you because of your relationship and where God have you at with the level, and you can tell when someone's anointed, because the more anointed that they got a calling on their life, people will bash them. And I have seen real prophets that going through the things and what the scriptures are. There are people, real prophets of today, not just people saying that they're prophets. There are real prophets out there and real seers out there that they have a gift to. And I was around one of them, so this is how the things understand these things and what they go through. A person who has that prophetic gift in Christ, and people will fight you, and they blackly do the same thing that you go through, the same thing that Jesus go through. You come across some religious spirits and say, "How do you know if it's of God?" And you know that your experience is it, but they're trying to dispute whatever. You got some modern day Sadducees and Pharisees. So that's one of the things I know. So I understand someone who has the religious system, like the time of Christ, is the same spirit that's now. You have people that's so Bible thumper, but they never allowed it. You can tell by their walk and by their talk, about the way their life have lived. But someone who's a true warrior, a Yeshua Mashiach, better known as Jesus Christ, man, they go through some things. And I have witnessed this walking alongside my mentor, Pauline, and it's kind of watching someone. It's kind of fun when I look back at it, because she told the Lord that, no, I don't mentor no man. You had to give him over to the brother, because she said, I'm a very private person, God. I don't want nobody think that he's my boyfriend or something like that. But God, had me to walk with this woman, and I have seen some things the kingdom manifest around through her prayer life. Things that, like I said, watching people get healed in the name of Yeshua Mashiach Jesus, and watching when they looking at her, they looking at Christ that's in her. They looking at like, wow, and God coming behind those prayers. And when someone walking with God, you can tell by their prayer life, the fruit, their favor. That's how you know it's how someone who's really legit in Yeshua Mashiach Jesus, better known as Jesus Christ. Those of you Christians, but those of you Hebrews, you know what I'm talking about. When you have that walk and you have that fellowship, you will get automatic favor. People will be drawn to you. People will sit down and they literally, because they talking to Jesus, but your relationship that Jesus had with you, they're talking to, they confessing, they having problems. They don't even know why they telling you some personal things, and then God giving you the wisdom to speak things. And those who have the wisdom of God, your mind, the mind watching people come that are the rest and stress, they come up under peace. and they have joy, and they have comfort. This is what I witnessed, and this is what I know when somebody's real and when someone's not. Two is watching the world, being around someone who's prophetic and have a close relationship with the Father, and people you will hear a word from somebody or a conversation that you have, and someone you can watch a different minister or individual who's of God, and you hear that word bounce, 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 and you say, wait a minute, I heard this, I've seen someone was talking about this earlier. God's words come back over and over and over and over into the earth, over and over and over. And it might be around some individuals don't even know each other. They might be around. You might be watching a pastor or a brother over here. They don't know nothing about each other, or this sister over here. They don't know nothing, but God's Spirit sending that word over and over. When His truth goes out for eternity, and I have witnessed that. This is someone who has watched the scriptures just come alive, literally, and I'm like, wow, this thing is so real. And read about the different, all the different men and women in the Bible, and then you witnessing the people, their story coming to our life, and our daily walk, start walking out the same things. Like this person going through the same thing as King David, and this person going through with Paul, and this person going through with Deborah, the prophetess, and this person's like an Esther, this person's like, and you just like, whoa. And then the name of these great people, their ministries become like that, from Elijah to the Elias, and you name it, Jeremiah to Isaiah. And I have seen people become what their name have called them to be since the time their parents named them. And that's why I said the scriptures are very, very true. Like I said, I hope this ain't boring to anybody, but I'm just here to confirm that the Bible was true. It's not a book of fairy tales. It's not a book of allegories. It's not a book. It's real. The Spirit of God is real. Even the kingdom of the Lord Yeshua Mashiach is real, versus the kingdom of Satan is real. It's real, and they're around us. They are around us like you won't believe. You may not can see. Only the people that can see in that realm or have an idea are prophets and seers are the only one that God gave the ability to see what's going on in an atmosphere where 90% of people who don't use they 5 senses. But the people that's been born with that cloth or that cloth, they can. I have met a couple of people like that. They're very sensitive in the spirit, and I mean they could. If someone doing some kind of witchcraft or some kind of spiritualistic, they pick it up just like that. I have come across people like that, and they were born with that gift. And them kind of uniquely people, they need a covering so God can use them and for His glory. And which it is His glory anyway, but they don't know it. I met a young woman like that recently, that she was born with those gifts. She of discernment, strong discernment. To the point that she can pick up, what's from a distance. She can pick up what's in someone's spirit. And I'm like, wow. And it really opened up my eyes. Now, some people, that might sound kind of strange, but when you walk in with that Bible, and you come to an age of maturity in the Bible, you start seeing what those people are talking about. That they're not crazy, they're not insane. There's some things that have happened from that time, from the beginning time of the book till now. It's real. The Bible is now. The word of the Lord is now. Yeshua Mashiach, Jesus Christ, is now. It's so let no one tell you Trust me. it takes you to go through some experiences. You're going to come across some things. Your first mind might say, well, maybe that's just something that just happened. But when you see something happen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, you was okay. Now this is something strange going on here. As far as the demonic kingdom, how that goes in operation. A lot of people don't know this, and I'm going to drop some. This is goes. Those who believe it, you understand what I'm about to say. Since the time, this is what happened. I've seen. I live in a city where they did this at the beginning about 10 years ago, and you know the fire on water, that ritual where they go out there and they light these candle things on fire, and they go down a river with everything. And even though it's just something that's just a thing that's supposed to bring in an audience and things like that. Well, since fire on water have happened, there have been more fires that's been in this city and throughout the country. People have literally died in the fires. A whole unexpectedly, people have been high rate of murder rate and high rate, and so a lot of people don't know. Doing these certain things see that fire and water opens up a gate portal to the supernatural realm, and spirits come through that. And some people don't notice that those spirits go throughout the earth. They go throughout destroying and causing havoc, and that's why when you go into certain territories in the city, and that you see all these unusual, strange activities like high rate of death, killings, like I said, murders, suicide rates, and fires, and it's because of what's being released. And you don't believe me, you can look this stuff up online. Everywhere that fire and water have been, it has caused more things has been released out of the pit of hell, and that's why the things that you're seeing. That's why you're seeing people lose their mind, and it's killing like I don't know what, because more things are being released. And this is how I know this is just being around, reading the scriptures, and being around people that God has that close relationship, and assessing on what's really going on and what has God connected and confirmed in my spirit. Yeah, this is what's going on. So that's one of the most unique things I have learning stuff like this on my spiritual journey. I can tell you at the time where excuse me, I could tell you the time where someone under possession of a demon tried to take my life, and this young lady was hearing voices, and the voices was trying to tell him, kill him, kill him, kill him. And I'm trying to rationalize, well, maybe this person I'm trying to understand the symptom, but yet it's a symptom, but yet there's something that this person was really up under something. And but it was God's grace. I got that woman up out of there, boy. And then the supernatural thing happened after I did that. Because after I got the woman out of my house, the spirits tried to tell her to kill me. I was waking up out of a sleep. And when I woke up out of sleep, I saw this man, and he was all white garment. And I remember his face was blotted out. And he had like a robe. He had a robe from here to here, and I could see all I could do was see this part of his hand. And his hand was like a gold. It was like a golden gold. I mean, it was like kind of a bronze gold man hands with his face blotted out. and I jumped up and like, whoa, what in the world was that? And that was after that incident. And there's so many incidents I could tell you, man. Dealing with the supernatural, and like I said, it's real. Like I said, the two kingdoms are real. His kingdom is real, and the enemy's kingdom is real. And I've encountered in the church and outside the church, in the Bible and outside the Bible. And you be, when God opened up your eyes to some things, if you're not that type of person that can handle that, you will lose your mind. I mean, because there's certain things that He protects us from around that's around us, and people that stand agreeing with the other realm too. He protects us from them too, and that's real too. That some people have a deal with Satan. It's like you have people have a covenant with God. You got some people that have a good covenant with Satan, and they move with it. Try to move it this in their own power way too. So this thing is really real, and I'm glad when I say this on this special day, it says I'm glad I'm aware about that. If anything else in life, that God is drawing me closer to Him to understand these things. Most people that God speaks to, but some people don't hear and some people don't listen. And they don't take time out to listen, or they don't take time out to give Him that time so He can share these things. And I'm very blessed to be around people that have they have the anointing to be in His presence. I've witnessed some things out of the Bible in today's right now that's affecting us today, and it's real. I mean, I'm thankful to be in the land of living, to witness some of the things, and being part of that generation that He could come at any time. And just be a part of it, because we see things wrapping up. I mean, it's wrapping up fast. But I hope this wasn't too long. I didn't want to try to make a draw out, just try to make a who am I, where's my spiritual journey, where did I come from. I don't have that many subscribers, but if you like this video, fine. If you don't, but I might be kind of not appealing, but hey, it is what it is. But but I just want to share my experiences and be thankful on this special day, and being being here another year in the land of the living, and being thankful. That's the main thing, and that's the message I want to get across. And I pray that some of you out there make it to your next birthday and be healthy, stay safe, stay strong, because it's a crazy world out there, and we got to be ready, be prepared at all time, because you never know. But anyway, I just want to let you know I'm doing all right. Hopefully I can get more up to par, and I'll be trying to make some interesting video. Alright, then you guys have a good one. Take it easy. Hope you have a blessed day, and thank you for those who wish me a happy birthday. Thank you, and be blessed, and take care, and I hope to see you around, and again, hopefully there'll be more videos coming soon, whether it might be a going out of town video or just maybe something online, something. Try to start something really interesting. Try not to do the same thing over and over. Try not to be a bore. Just do something sporadically. I'm not a very good editor at it, but hey, I'm working on it. Alright then, you guys have one good one, and good day, and until next time, I'll see you soon. Be blessed. in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, and take care.